Welcome to this episode of Accounting for Small Business with business accountant Georgie Klein.
Well, hopefully everybody has filed their 2012 taxes. If not, then you filed an extension. So hopefully everything went well and you're on to the next year. For me, I work for another tax finance franchise company again this year. And it has always been a great experience to learn more about small businesses and the ups and downs in working with small business owners. And it has given me a whole new perspective of how to work with small business owners. As we talked in previous episodes, it's very important to know your income and expense and how much each contains so you're ready for the tax man. I have seen tax returns with major red flags. As for examples, people coming in with rounded numbers. Very seldom do you have $20,000 of income, unless you have one contract. Generally, you have more than one contract. And I have never figured out how you have only $200 of office supplies. I've never seen an invoice coming out of office supply stores for only $200. Or they come in and say, can you pull last year's Schedule C and just copy that? Or have no clue how much their income is, and they go back to the 2011 tax return and say, well, it's a little bit more than that. Or the other thing is that they load up your expenses so you have a negative number at the bottom. The government is going to look at them all very closely and examine them. They're major red flags. That means you have not done your work. Over the last 3 years with working with taxes, I've sent more than one small business owner home to do more homework, and when they came back, always have thanked me. So that is why the education and knowing your income and expenses is key to remembering them. So start fresh this year and look at it. So this year, look at it two different ways. Always write down your income, even if it's manually, so at the end of the year you can add it up. And know your expenses. And if you haven't done it yet, start it now, and if you can go back the last 3 months and catch up. If you have a business and you're going to have a profit, always remember that you're going to have some tax obligation. And that just isn't the federal government. You're going to owe the state and the cities. And some places you'll have a school tax. So please remember that. Okay, now what one friend of mine has always told me when I first started that she had a business, and she said, Georgie, always put 30% back of your income expenses to cover your tax return. This year, though, my clients and I have discussed a new project. We're at mid-year, we're going to review this first 6 months. So they know at that point in time how much their income is, how much their expenses, and how much their personal draw is. And that way they know how to budget themselves for the next 6 months. Also, a friend told me yesterday her financial consultants want her to do it in November. So that way, if she has a huge income on one of her properties, she can say, well, I could do this improvement now. And that way bring down the amount that they owe the government. So, if you had troubles getting through the 2012, then look at 2013 as a brand new year and start fresh. Start with help. At least manage to write it all down. If not, find yourself a good bookkeeper or an accounting person to help you out. As always, thank you, and follow me on my Biz by Georgie or LinkedIn and Facebook. So thank you very much.
Thank you for watching this episode of Accounting for Small Business with Georgie Klein. For more great information, visit her website at bizbygeorgie.com. Also browse the other shows found right here at Columbus Biz TV Shows.